Hey guys, it's me Andy here, and today I'm going to be doing my highly overdue reacting to my Premier League predictions into 2020-21 season. And originally I was going to react to the video and say what I got right and what I got wrong, but I cannot watch that video because I sound so different. So I'm just going to do it in this style. I'm just going to go from team to team and see how far away I got from the actual prediction. So without further ado, I guess let's get into it. Alright, starting off with West Brom. So I predicted them to to be the bottom in the league. In reality, they got 19th, which is one spot above what I predicted them to be, essentially. So I predicted them 20th, they came 19th. Like, I mean, it's not that surprising they got relegated. Their team wasn't amazing, their team wasn't that strong looking. So I think 19th's a good prediction for me. Right, next up is Aston Villa. I predicted them to become 19th in the league, which I was completely wrong. I got 8 spots away, and in reality, they finished 11th place, which fair play to them. They had a good squad. They obviously beat Chelsea in the final day of the season, and overall, they had a decent season. 11th is way more than I expected, so fair play, Jack Grealish, Ollie Watkins. Obviously, they also pulled off that 7-2 win against Liverpool, sorry. So, yeah. Next up, I predicted Fulham to finish 18th. And guess what, boys? We have our first prediction correct. Fulham finished 18th place in the Premier League. Obviously, I didn't expect them to come straight bottom because they do have some good players like Mitrovic, Byram, who obviously got the goal that got them to the Premier League. Um, but I don't really have much to say. First prediction correct, and not the last. Next up, we have Brighton. I predicted them become 17th in the league, and once again was not far off. In reality, they got 16th place. Um, Again, like not really much to say. Fair play to Brighton. I always backed them to survive. Well, I have this season anyway. I'm not really sure about my past predictions because I'm not watching them. It's painful to watch. But yeah, one place off. Overall, I'm happy with that. Next up, we have Sheffield United. And Sheffield United are predicted to survive the drop just about. Um, they finished dead last. I should have known that they would have suffered from second season syndrome, and well, they did, and they're officially down. And that prediction, not great on my behalf. Not great. Right, next up, Leeds United. I predicted them to become 15th in the league, but Bielsa's boys finished 9th. Yeah, again, not good. Not great for my predictions. I really wanted Leeds to actually do good this season, and they did. But my head thought they're going to finish quite low, but they did quite well, top half. Next up, Southampton. I predicted them to finish 14th, reality 15th once again. Now it's okay. I'm starting to get back on track with these predictions about what one away for Southampton. Um, I'm happy with that. Danny Ings did do pretty good this season. We've got Che Adams, though, who was also pretty good. And also, how could I not mention James Ward-Prowse? What a player! He should be going to the Euros with England. He has not been picked. Gareth Southgate has decided to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold with Ben White. In my opinion, JWP should be going. It's a disgrace that he's not. Next up, we have Burnley. I predicted them 13th in the league. In reality, they were 70th, surviving the drop. Burnley, I mean, they're fine this season. They didn't really have that big of a concern going down because there was a huge gap between 17th and the relegated teams. According to my thing, it's 11 points. So yeah, there wasn't much worry, in my opinion, for Burnley to go down. Sean Dyche, very consistent, staying up for Burnley. Obviously, they do have Nick Pope. He did get injured for a couple games, but he was also decent. Now for my second prediction, correct. Newcastle United predicting 12th. They did get 12th. Happy about that prediction once again, and yeah, not much to say. Got it correct. Right, in Roy Hodgson's final season at Crystal Palace, I predicted them to become 11th. In reality, they finished 14th. Three away. It's an okay prediction. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. Next up, West Ham, the Hammers. I predict them to get a 10th place finish. Fair play to West Ham. They got 6th, and for some of the season they were in the top 4 race, but at the end they did slip up a little bit, and they finished 6th, getting a Europa League spot, and that surprised me a lot. But fair play to West Ham, like fair play. Next up, Leicester City. I predict them to get a 12th place finish, and the main reason for that is because I thought they'd get distracted by the Europa League and like fall behind in the league, but once again Leicester City, like West Ham, they completely surprised me and got 5th once again. But it is kind of a disgrace that they didn't get a 4th. They had a final day slip up against Spurs and it was over. 4-2 to Spurs. They got 5th. But I think a commentator said they were in like the top 4 for like about 31-ish of the match days in the whole Premier League season. That really should mean they should get top 4. Next up is Wolverhampton Wanderers. I predicted them an 8th place finish. And in my prediction, I was like, I need to predict a bad season for Wolves. Oh, that was a bad season for Wolves, all right. 13th position is what they got in reality. I mean, most of that was obviously down to Raul Jimenez's injury, but even that, I think they should have done better. And now Nuno's gone. The future, the future's unknown. I really don't know what's going to happen in the future of Wolves. Alright, next up, I predicted Everton to get a 7th place finish, and it looked like they would get possibly better in the first half of the season, but in reality, they finished 10th, and Carlo Ancelotti, I thought he'd do great, but unfortunately, 10th place is what they got. And now Carlo Ancelotti's gone. He's gone to Real Madrid of all teams. He's back. Next up, we have Tottenham Hotspur. Um, in the beginning of the season, they looked very good and they could win the league, but they really dropped off. I predicted a 6th place finish. In reality, 7th they get Europa Conference League. And Harry Kane's definitely leaving. You know, if he stays, I think his career is gonna be like he's not gonna win anything at Spurs. Like, come on, it's obvious. So, yeah, 7th. Next up, I predicted Arsenal to get a 5th place finish. They got 8th in the end, and I don't know why Arteta is just not out the door. I mean, Arsenal are putting a lot of faith in him. I'd sack him, in my opinion. I'd definitely sack him. And they finished 8th. I thought 5th. 3 away. Kind of bad from Arsenal. They should be getting top 6. Minimum. Next up, we have Manchester United. I predicted them a 4th place finish. Fair play to them. They got a 2nd place finish. Fair play to United, fair play to Solskjaer, fair play to all their players, and also Cavani. I mean, I thought it'd be a flop, but yeah, he did a lot for them, and United got a 2nd place finish. They could have won the league, but they obviously had the slip up at the beginning of the season, and yeah, that kind of lost them the league. Next up, Man City. I predicted a 3rd placed finish. They ended up winning the league. I don't know why I predicted them to come 3rd. Alright. Like, they're so strong. Why didn't I predict them to win the league? Like, why didn't I? Like, overall, I think that's a pretty dumb prediction for me, but at least it's only 2 away. Could have been a lot worse. I predicted Chelsea to come 2nd in the league. Ended up getting 4th because the final day slip up against Aston Villa. Once again, at that point, Lampard was still the manager. I don't know why I backed Lampard to get 2nd in the league. They were doing pretty bad, but obviously Tuchel came in and got them a 4th place finish, Champions League. And they also won the Champions League. So, yeah, fair play to him. Along with Man City, that one's pretty dumb. I predicted Liverpool to win the Premier League in 1st place. But, beginning of the season, they looked terrible. Obviously, 7-2 against Villa was absolutely dreadful. Van Dijk got an injury and pretty much their season was kind of over. I thought they wouldn't even get Champions League, but the end of the season they brought it back with wins against United and Alisson's header, which won them the game and pretty much got them in top 4 single-handedly. And they got 3rd place at the end. I predicted them 1st place. That was never going to happen. At Christmas time, that was never going to happen, and it never happened. Alright, so, last season, like, the difference, like, the whole difference, I got 76 places overall, like, every single team away from, like, its actual position, so I got 76. It's like golf. The lesser the points, the better it is. So last predictions, I got 76 points, which is really bad, but this season, I improved it by 20 points, and I got 56, which I am happy with. I think 56 is a good season. So, thanks for watching this video, guys. Enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.